Hello crafters, this is Cindy B with mrsbscraftroom.blogspot.com here with another video in our weekly video series. This month we're working off the cartridge birthday bash. So far this month we've made a card, a bag topper, and a scrapbook page layout. Today we're going to be making a birthday banner. So what I've decided to do is using the birthday bash cartridge, using the banner that is in the cartridge. This particular one, if you can see it there, is like a pennant banner. I have brought the pennant banner onto my mat, and I have sized it at 6.30. And I've brought in, let's see, we wanted to say happy birthday. And so I've brought in 9 banner pieces. Now, one of the things that I found over the holidays from a lady named Kathy at Paper Phenomenon, she did a banner on her website, and she had a super fantastic idea where she welded the top letters for like happy birthday. She would weld happy on the top of each banner piece so that you didn't have a double banner. So what I've done here is I've gone through each banner piece and I've welded a letter from the birthday bash cartridge onto the top of the banner. So if you see this first banner piece is the banner, and then I have the letter H. And so I've welded that by scooching the letter H down. Let me go in there a little bit further so you can see that, so that it overlaps just a bit the top of the banner. And then if I go to my Advanced tab, I hit the weld button, and then if I hit the eyeball, I will see how that's going to cut. And if you see the red lines there, it's going to cut the H on top of that banner. So I have basically done that for each banner piece. So I've got the letter H, A, P, P on the first page, and then we've got on the next page the Y, and then 4 more banner pieces that are blank because the word birthday is longer than the word happy. So that's my banner base. Then I've got the banner layers, which are also on the birthday bash cartridge, and I basically sized those the same as for the layer, the original piece. So if you remember how we did that, this one is sized at the banner layer is sized at 4.0, 4 inches. So when I go into the banner base, I also want those to be sized at 4 inches so that they layer properly on top of the banner base. This is the banner layer on top of the banner base. And then I have a layer for the word birthday, and each of those letters will be cut out individually, and they're sized at 2.20. And then because I'll have an extra banner piece left, I'm going to go ahead and put that little snake that we made for the birthday card on one of the banner pennants. So here are all the pieces for that snake, and he's sized at 3.75. And then the very last mat, we have scallops, and those will also be added to the banner. Now, all of the pieces that we're using today on the banner did come from the cartridge birthday bash. I have found this to be a very versatile cartridge, has a lot of different things going on it, and have really enjoyed working with it this month. So I'm going to go cut out all my pieces, and I'll meet you back here, and we'll start putting together our banner. Okay, I've cut out all of my pieces, and so these are the things we're going to end up with. I'm just going to show you one banner here. This is the banner base that we cut with the letter attached to the top, and this is the Y. This is the banner layer. This is the scallop, and this is a letter D that we're going to be using on this particular piece. All right, so to start off, what we're going to do is I'm going to ink around the edges using just a little ink. This particular ink is from Paper Tray Ink. And once I want to go ahead and ink around the banner edge also. All right, once we've done that, then we'll go ahead and I want to put adhesive on the back of the banner layer. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take a black gel pen and I'm going to go around the letter. I want the letter to stand out a little bit more than it currently is. Right now it's just very plain. I want to add a little bit of detail to that. So I'm just using my black gel pen. I'm just going to go around the outside of the letter, just adding some stitch lines. There we go. I'm also going to add some stitch lines to the letter that we cut out for the word birthday. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Now, what we're going to do next, one of the things that I want to show you, a little cute technique that we're going to do. First, I've got these little, I call them dewdrops. I don't know if you guys can even see them because they're clear. They come in a really big bag like this from Michael's, and I get them in the floral department. This bag will probably last me a lifetime. But what I'm going to do is, using my Copic markers, I can color those dewdrops any color I'd like. So using a repositionable adhesive, just going to put these on a piece of paper. Taking the Copic marker that I want to use, this particular one is R29, it's a red. I'm just going to, make sure you guys can see this, color the dewdrop. And I put the adhesive on the paper so that the dewdrop doesn't move while I'm doing this. Now I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. But there I've got colored dewdrops, and I can make these any color of Copic marker that I have. It's one of the really great things about the Copics is you can color almost anything with them. Alright, while those are drying, let's go ahead and put our scallop on our banner base. And we'll do that using, I like to use my foam tape, because I can cut it any size that I like. So we'll go ahead and cut a couple pieces of foam tape. And we'll put that on the back of the scallop. And we're going to center that scallop right on that pennant layer. Okay, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is put our letter D on there, and we'll use just regular adhesive to do that. Okay, and I'll just center that. Alright, now I'm ready to attach this to the rest of the birthday banner that I have, and I've already been working on the banner. Let's see if you guys can see this. So here's the snake, and I went over how to assemble the snake in one of the first videos that we did when we made the birthday card. So here's the snake, and then here's the B for birthday, but if you look at the top, there's the H, so it basically says happy birthday, and I need to add the D there, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so laying this out, we'll go ahead and put the two pieces next to each other, and using I'm using a yellow ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and go through one end and the other, attaching the two together. I want these to be flat next to each other, so I'm going to lay them down and pull that ribbon through, and then I'm just going to tie a simple knot. But I want those to be flat next to each other. I don't want them to overlap, so I have to be careful when I'm doing this that they don't move on top of each other. There we go. Okay, so once I have that tied, I'm going to go ahead and snip the ends. Oh, my scissors are getting dull. Alright, now I'm going to add a cute, if you see these, the other ones over here, I've added some little buttons on there. So what I'm going to do is take a button out of my stash. These are my button stash. This is my red. And let's see, we'll find a button here. I'll go ahead and use that one. Okay. And I'm going to be using some twine. And first thing I'm going to do is cut my twine. Probably long enough there. So we'll go ahead and... Now when you want your buttons to tie, the twine to tie on the top of your button, you want to start threading through the top, leaving a tail on the top. And then you're going to go through the back side of the button. And then again, cross over through the front side. Now at this point, I want to actually tie this button onto my banner, so I'm going to run the longer end that I just put under the button, under that knot that we've just made, and then I'm going to run it back through the hole on top. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to pull that tight and tie a bow with that twine. And that way my button is really secure on there and it's not going to fall off. Sometimes I've found if I just attach them with glue dots, they eventually fall off. We'll just cut that twine. And there we go. That's how I've attached them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the rest of these to finish out my banner. I've got that, and we'll have our birthday banner completed. Okay, I've got all the pieces, all the banners tied together, and one last thing we're going to do is put on the dewdrops that we colored. So I'm going to do that using these little glue dots, and I'll just take that off the repositionable adhesive, put the little glue dot on the bottom, and put that down on the banner. Very simple. Alright, so let me show you what the banner looks like. And we have the happy birthday banner, and you can see my messy desk also. But it turned out really cute. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm sure my grandson is going to love it. Alright, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.